Whoa, just huge boost in power.
This is the Eclio Terrn 2 Pro.
What you got here is a e-bike that looks like a dirt bike. 44, 45, 46.
Eclio calls this an off-road e-bike because it has the power similar to an e-bike, but not enough power to be classified as a dirt bike. So this is not an e-bike and it's not a dirt bike. It's kind of right there in the middle. Most e-bikes have a 500 to 750 watt motor. This one is a 2500 watt motor. You can set a password or just use one of the two NFC cards. Unlocks the bike. Like a standard e-bike, you have pedal assist levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got a basic half twist throttle. And then you also have power in the pedals when you turn it. This has got a cadence sensor. I've got a full charge, so let's see how fast it can go.
You can unlock the speed on this thing. I would highly recommend doing that. I'll have instructions in the description on how to do that. Show you how fast this can go on speed mode 1, 14, 2 is 21. Big boost in power. 3 is 29. Oh yeah. 4 is 37. Let's go, let's do it. 5 is 43, 44, 45, 46. 46 miles an hour on level 5, heck yeah.
The acceleration has got to be my favorite thing about this bike. Touch that throttle and it wants to go. Your typical e-bike with a 750 watt motor is putting out about 75 newton meters of torque. The higher the newton meter, the more power you have off the line. Just guess how much this is putting off. 135 newton meters. It doesn't take long for this thing to hit 28 miles per hour.
Block's right up there. Pedal assist 5, full throttle. Here we go. Let's see if I can hit it. Hit the end of there, hit 28 before the end of the block. There's 9, 20, 23, 26, 27, 28. Oh, gee. That really does have a fast acceleration. That was 28 in less than a half a block.
Before I tell you how far this can go, I gotta just compare this to, again, a normal e-bike. The battery size of most e-bikes are like a 48 volt, 15 to 20 amp hour. The higher the amp hours, the further you can go. Battery on this is a 60 volt, 32 amp hour. This whole thing is the battery. Pop this open, you can turn it on and off. You got a couple of keys and you can pull this thing out. And then this is the charge port. The charge time is pretty long, around 6 to 8 hours. But when it's fully charged, they say 70 miles when you're pedaling or 45 miles with just the throttle. I did a range test just with the throttle. Here's what I got.
100% battery life, speed mode 5, start workouts. Here we go. I'm down to 1.5 battery bars and I'm only topping out at 26 miles an hour. So I've lost 2 miles per hour from a full battery. I've got less than a battery bar left and I want to see how fast the acceleration is. Dang, there's, geez, 15, 16, 20, 23, 24, 5, 6. Wow, not as poppy as with the full battery, but still pretty dang good. Way faster than I thought it was gonna be. Got 1 battery bar left. I went 20.38 miles, hour-and-a-half ride. I climbed 1,650 feet, and my average speed was 26 miles per hour. That's a massive battery, and it allows you to go fast and far. 20% grade hill, speed mode 5. Already starting to climb right away. And wow, 16, 17, holding at 17, up over the top at 17. 17 miles an hour for a single motor e-bike. That weighs almost double what most e-bikes weigh. That's pretty awesome.
I want to show you how far it took me to stop from going 37 miles per hour.
All right, check out the brakes. Here we go, coming down this hill. Woo, 37 miles an hour, and I'm stopped. There's 1, 2, 3. That's 50 feet from going 37 miles per hour. Pretty decent stopping distance. All right, motor reaction time. From a standstill, I'm on gear 1, pedal assist 5. Let's see how long it takes for the power to kick in. Let's see if I pedal. There is, oh, about 1.5 revolutions, and then when it kicks on, it gives you a big old boost. Holy crap. Put my gears up to 7. All right, get going here. Flat out. If I stop pedaling, power cuts off right away. All right, then I'm going 20 miles an hour. If I start to pedal on gear 7, there's about 2.5 revolutions before the power comes on. If I hold the throttle, if I release it, cuts off right away. I'm going 22 if I re-engage. Yeah, pretty quick actually. Throttle's a lot more reactive than the pedaling. You got a nice consistent flow of power. I'm climbing and I have been for the past mile. Got full throttle, been averaging 27 miles per hour, and there's no weaning and waning of the power.
Just looking at this thing, it looks like a heavy bike, and it is. That's 127 pounds. Most e-bikes are around 75, and that extra weight does affect how it rides, handles, and feels.
Now you can rip around these turns pretty quick. Woo! Yeah. I can definitely tell I'm riding something that's quite a bit heavier than a standard e-bike. Takes a little bit more effort to turn the handlebars. Riding this without any hands is very easy to do. The motor is a little bit loud. I'm going flat out and it's singing. What really impresses me is how much power this gives when you're already going 25 miles an hour, which I am. I hit it and it boosts you up to 28 very quick. I like the span on the handlebars. For this much power, for how heavy this thing is and how big it is, you need a wide stance. Just gives you better control. Coming up this canyon with the gradual climb, power is doing good. I've been averaging 27 miles per hour. For long duration hill climbs, you got good power. Okay, I made it to the end of this road, and I'm pretty impressed that the bike has not slowed down or lost power because of heat, and it is hot today.
The suspension is more of a motorcycle style. And then in the rear, you got coil suspension. And I would recommend tightening up this because out of the box, it's very easy to bottom out.
Oh man, I gotta tighten up that rear suspension. I was bottoming out, going 22 miles an hour on this trail. This is sweet. Bike's rattling a little bit where that battery's at. In fact, I actually wanna go faster. And there's 26 miles an hour and this thing's just cruising. I'm actually not hating it. You can definitely hit some off-road on this thing. These tires are just gripping everything it comes in contact with. Yes. I was averaging 23 miles an hour coming up this. Most e-bikes, I only go about 10 to 15. Nice thing about this is it can go 28, so, you know, bike lane / road type of a bike. You got headlights, turn signals, you got a horn. LCD screen is pretty dim when the sun's shining on it. There's a tail light, lights up when you hit the brake lever, so it's got everything to make it legal to ride on the road. I don't know if there's actually a turn indicator on the screen, and there's no noise to let you know that it is on, so you gotta set that back to neutral for it to turn off. Right side, you got a 7-speed Shimano shifter. That's a very basic shifter. That's something I would see on e-bikes that cost $500 or $600. This control pad, the one that has the plus and minus and power button, that feels nice. I like that one. But the headlight, the turn signals, and the horn, that's more of a cheaper plastic. And then your grips are basic and standard that I see on cheaper bikes as well. The seat's actually pretty soft. I've been on this thing for almost an hour and about 12, 13 miles, and the tushy's feeling pretty good. These tires are made much more for off-road than a nice paved trail. This is where these tires come to life. This is 2-3 inches of really soft gravel, and the bike is actually handling this very well.
This does come with a 2-year warranty. You got free shipping. You can try it out for 30 days, send it back if you don't like it, and it costs $2,599. As far as bikes that are in between a e-bike and a dirt bike, this is pretty good. Got a fast acceleration. You got a lot of travel with the suspension. Some of the gear on the handlebars could have been upgraded for the price. Other than that, I think it's a pretty good bike. If you want to check it out, I got the link below. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.